Last night, we told you about a scam attempt. Phone calls made mere minutes after a legitimate notice from vaccine appointment makers.
It can be downright confusing to figure out who to trust. That woman you're seeing in the video did figure it out just in time. But you get a text from someone who says, hey, I know your name, I know when you got your shot. So what do you do with these phone calls? Well, joining us now to give you more perspective is Ian Marlowe. He's the founder and CEO of Florida-based FiTech Gelb. And Ian, first of all, welcome, because technology is allowing you to be with us even during COVID times. And we want to give people a heads up about these scams and vaccinations. And it's so frustrating. You would think people could do the right thing, but even trying to get in on this, why are these so prevalent right now?
Well, this is for the scammers, this is the current bubble. This is the current hot topic. So they're going to continue to use the very standard ways that they communicate with us about that topic. It's something very close to people's heart. They're wanting to get vaccinated. They don't know how to do it in some cases or who to contact. So they think if someone texts or call them that they're going to suddenly get up in that line, and it certainly just is not true.
And Ian, some notification systems are not using those unique numbers to text from. So the same number can actually be used for other purposes. How does that factor into the problem?
Well, this all goes to robocalling. And, one of the things that everybody should definitely do is, depending upon your carrier, just download that free app that they have that starts to really block those numbers. And if you get a phone call from anyone that you know is either a scammer or it's something that, I've been called by this number 3 times. One of the great things we have on phones now is just to go right into that contact on your phone and click block caller and start to locally block those so you don't continue to get those calls coming through to you.
Now, to sum up, what do people need to keep in mind just to make sure that they don't become a victim? Because these are tricky times.
All right, so number one, your doctors and these people, they're not actually, if it is your local doctor, they may be calling you. But these scammers, when they're calling, if it's too good to be true and they tell you, if you come on this day or you pay a fee up front, something like that, hang up that phone and make sure you block that number. It's the same with the text messages. If you get those text messages, you go into the text message. If it is something legit, type stop, and you'll actually see a response that you should no longer be getting text messages from that legitimate source. Afterwards, if you want to know how to get the vaccination, how to be able to communicate properly, check the CDC website, call your local doctor, and most definitely talk to your friends, because your friends that have gone through the experience and say, this was a great location that I went and I was able to get through this, that's going to be, the word of mouth is going to be your safest bet. Anything you see that's feels legitimate, just be careful.
Good advice. We'll leave it with that. Ian Marlowe, FiTech Gelb, thanks for helping us stay aware of these vaccine frauds and schemes. Spread the word. Fox 4 has been in your corner, keeping you aware of every vaccine-related scam that's crossed our path. So if you think you've been contacted by an illegitimate offer, let us know at news@fox4now.com.